Hello everybody and welcome to the barbecue shop here at Hayes Garden World in the beautiful sunny Lake District. I'm going to keep pointing that out because it's sunny in the Lake District.
Yeah, it's always sunny in the Lake District.
Today we're joined by Mr. Richard Holden.
Hello, hello.
Hello. And we're going to be cooking a rib of beef.
Yep.
In an
Prime
Alfa pizza oven.
Yep.
Nice bit of beef rib there. Should we prime it up and
Absolutely. So we've got a 2.5 kilo rib of beef on the bone. We're just going to season this really simple with some salt and pepper. And just drizzle that a little bit with some rapeseed oil as well, just to help things stick. So if I get that all over, and then if you go ahead with that black pepper. So this is about a 35 day aged piece of rib beef. We'll turn that over as well, and I'll just grab the salt. So don't need to do too much to this. If you wanted to, you could add things like chopped rosemary. You could add some garlic. Maybe a little bit of whole grain mustard would go nice. If you're not a fan of the high heat or the more intense spiciness of an English mustard. But just something really simple and classic. And you know, if you're going to light the pizza oven, the wood-fired oven, then get some pizzas maybe in the earlier part of the day and then let it cool down a bit and pop your roast in. Away you go. So that's all ready to go. We've got this rack that the roast is going to sit on. So very simple. Which way around is that going to go? We're going to go that way. So just going to position this so that when we put it into the oven, the fire is going to be on this side. The heat's going to come over. We want it to colour nice and evenly. And then once it's got that outside colour on it, we'll put some tin foil on it. So this just very...
Do you want me to lift it open?
Oh yeah, that would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Yeah, open the pizza oven. So that just goes straight in there. So we've got fire on this side. The thermometer is regulated at around about 200 degrees C. And basically the heat is coming up over that curved dome of the lid of the pizza oven. Circulates around before it vents out through the front and the top. Put the door back on and we'll... yeah, we've got a tray down here. This is the rack that we put the beef onto sits perfectly into this tray. So we'll put the roasted vegetables in here, the carrots, the parsnips, and the potatoes. A little bit of oil, salt, and pepper, and then sit that tray underneath the beef. Fats will render down and drip into there, and we'll put this in partway through the cooking process of the beef. Right. So we're going to let that beef come up to temperature to about 30 degrees. We're going to prep these veg. We'll pop back when we've got to that temperature, and we'll show you putting the veg in. So Richard, we've prepped some veg. We've got some parsnips, some potatoes, some carrots. We've covered them in oil. We've covered them in salt and pepper. Yep. So we're going to put them in the Alfa. We're going to put them in the Alfa. We're going to put them underneath the beef. We're going to have a look in the pizza in the wood oven at the moment. Take the door off.
Now, what people will notice is we've foiled the beef.
We have.
Yeah.
When you put the beef in, because the heat goes over the dome of the pizza oven or the wood oven, because we're not just doing pizzas in here, you're going to get a nice coloration on there. So if I show this, if I just kind of move this out of the oven slightly, you see that we've got a beautiful coloration on that beef already. So if we just put a little bit of foil on there, it's just going to slow that, it's basically going to slow that coloration down. The meat will carry on cooking though underneath. So if I lift this up, and if you want to just pop that tray in the opening.
There we go.
And I'll sit that inside. And then that whole thing now just slides back. We've got some logs on this side, just a couple of logs. They're there to kind of preheat. As the temperature needle dictates, when we need to add a log, we've got one preheated. It's already kiln dried anyway, but we're just preheating it, and then we can just add one as that temperature kind of dips. We're not going to take massive temperature drops when we put a fresh log on, because it's already going to be hot. It's going to catch really quickly, and it's just going to help maintain that temperature through the cook. And we're just going to keep an eye on that now.
All right, so we're going to let that cook off and we'll come back and we'll see the finished product. So Richard, we've given our rib of beef in our Alfa oven plenty of time. Should we have a look?
Yeah, we have. We've actually just had a little check, and we are at the right temperature, but we'll show it just to make sure that everybody knows what we're looking for. So we foiled over, we just kept the fire ticking away nicely. Pull this out. Actually, we'll just bring it straight over to the table.
I must point out, it smells amazing. There's that word.
We do that. Yeah, that amazing word. If we look at that, we just use that temperature probe. So it's the tip of the probe into the very center of that meat, because that's obviously the point that's going to cook the slowest.
What I'm looking for.
Bless you. Right. So we're at about 55 there. Did I see a 55?
55.
So we're kind of 55. at medium rare,
Yeah.
going towards medium. So
We're going to let that rest.
we're going to let that rest. Yeah, we'll let that rest for about a good 20-25 minutes, and then we'll come back and carve that.
All right. So Richard, we've let our beef rest.
Yep.
We'll wrap that. Have a look.
So it's important to rest this somewhere warm. On a day like today, it really isn't an issue, but if it was a cooler day, just pop it, take it inside the kitchen, take it inside the house, pop it on a board inside the kitchen and just leave it to rest. So using the bones, if I just stand this side, using the bones that kind of curve down, what you can do is just run the knife the length of those bones, and then there's a little bit of a kick out at the end. That is going to be absolutely beautiful. That's our chef's treat. And then if we just turn that round, slice through. The fat on this is beautifully crispy, nice and succulent. You can see how juicy that looks. Hopefully you can pick that up on the camera. But if anybody we've cooked this to kind of a medium rare, sorry. If anybody likes it a little bit more done, of course the outside edges are going to be a little bit more than the center. Get through to that rib cap as well. But again, the Alfa draws in that outside air, keeps the food lovely and juicy. Look at that, absolutely perfect. Yeah. And because that's been allowed to rest, the juices have set. So we're not going to get excess juices just pouring onto the plate. So we'll put that on there. And I'll transfer some of the those over there as well.
They look lovely.
Nice crispy bases on some of those carrots, but just tumble those off. Oh, we lost one. The dog can pick that up. It's all good.
Okay, so before we tuck into this, I'll tell you a little bit how to find out more information. If you want to find out the recipe we've used for this today, visit our website, haysgardenworld.co.uk. We're across all the social media platforms. If you want more information on the Alfa ovens, there's videos on our YouTube channel, simple ones like how to light one, really clever simple video, really simple one. And then if you want to see the full product range of Alfa, we have the full stock in stock here at the barbecue shop at Hayes Garden World. Our staff are always on hand to help you, advise you, make the right decisions. And we're across all the social media again. I'm desperately trying to tuck into this. So we'll see you again next time here at Hayes Garden World.